If you're over 60, chances are you've made changes to your diet in hopes of staying healthy. Maybe you've cut down on sugar, chosen leaner meats, or started using vegetable oil instead of butter. These changes sound smart, but there's one major problem that often gets overlooked. The oil you cook with every day could be silently harming your body. Even the oils labeled as heart-healthy may not be as safe as they seem. When used in excess, they can slowly damage your heart, your brain, and your metabolism. And the worst part is, most people have no idea it's happening. In this video, we'll uncover what too much cooking oil really does to your health after 60. We'll focus on the most vulnerable parts of your body and explain how to reduce the damage without giving up flavor or comfort in your meals. Let's begin with the part of your body most at risk: your heart and blood vessels. Number 1. How excess cooking oil damages your heart and blood vessels. Let's begin with the most common oils found in American kitchens. These include soybean, canola, corn, sunflower, and safflower oils. For decades, these oils have been marketed as heart-healthy alternatives to animal fat. Many seniors were told to switch from butter to vegetable oils to protect their arteries. But emerging science suggests that the type and quantity of oil we use may quietly work against our cardiovascular health. These oils are very high in omega-6 fatty acids. Omega-6 is not harmful on its own. In small amounts, it is essential. However, the modern American diet contains too much of it, often 15 to 20 times more than omega-3 fatty acids. This imbalance creates conditions in the body that promotes chronic inflammation. When omega-6 fats are broken down, they generate inflammatory compounds. These chemicals cause your blood vessels to become more reactive and your platelets to become stickier. Over time, this internal environment increases the risk of plaque buildup, which can lead to high blood pressure, heart attacks, or stroke. When you combine these natural changes with a diet full of inflammation-promoting oils, the arteries become more vulnerable to injury and narrowing. Many people think that avoiding fast food is enough, but even home-cooked meals often include more oil than expected. Cooking eggs, stir-frying vegetables, roasting potatoes, or tossing a salad can easily add 3 to 5 tablespoons of oil to a single meal. That equals more than 300 calories from oil alone. This is not just a weight issue. It is also about the chemical changes that occur when oil is heated. When oils are exposed to heat, they oxidize. This process creates toxic compounds like lipid peroxides and aldehydes. These substances damage the cells that line your blood vessels. The damage is not always felt immediately, but over time, it disrupts how the vessels expand and contract. This is known as endothelial dysfunction, and it is one of the earliest signs of heart disease. Even moderate heat can cause problems, especially if you reuse oil for multiple meals. Reheating makes the oil more unstable, increasing the concentration of harmful byproducts. These substances can trigger immune responses and raise blood pressure. Some studies in animals have shown that repeated exposure to oxidized oils increases stress on the heart and promotes inflammation. Many seniors are on medications like statins, beta blockers, or blood thinners. These drugs are designed to reduce inflammation and stabilize blood flow. But if your daily diet includes excess refined oil, your food may be fighting against your medication. You may still develop problems even though you are following your doctor's orders. So what can you do to protect your heart? First, reduce how much oil you use. Measure it. Most people underestimate how much oil they pour into the pan. Use oil like a seasoning, not like a base ingredient. Second, choose oils that are more stable at high temperatures. Avocado oil and refined coconut oil are more resistant to heat. For low-heat cooking or raw dishes, extra virgin olive oil remains one of the best options. Third, watch for hidden oils in packaged foods. Read ingredient labels. Many seemingly healthy snacks, frozen meals, or sauces contain cheap oils like soybean or canola. Finally, balance your fats. Include more omega-3 fatty acids in your meals. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are ideal. You can also add flax seeds, chia seeds, or walnuts to your diet. The goal is not to eliminate fat. The goal is to restore a healthier fat profile. Your heart depends on the quality of fats you consume. Each meal is either protecting your blood vessels or slowly damaging them. By choosing your oils carefully, you can support your medications and reduce your long-term risk of cardiovascular disease. Let's now move from the heart to another organ that is just as sensitive to inflammation. In the next section, we will look at how cooking oils may accelerate aging in the brain. Number 2, how cooking oils contribute to brain aging and cognitive decline after 60. After 60, many people worry about memory loss, brain fog, and mental sharpness. Cognitive health becomes just as important as physical strength. But while many seniors take brain supplements or crossword puzzles seriously, they often overlook what they cook with. The type and amount of oil in your diet may have a direct effect on how well your brain functions. Your brain is composed mostly of fat. Lipids make up about 60% of its dry weight. The membranes of your brain cells rely on healthy fatty acids to stay flexible and functional. When the fats in your diet are unstable or harmful, your brain cells lose their ability to communicate efficiently. This leads to slower thinking, weaker memory, and eventually structural damage. Let's take a closer look at common oils like canola, soybean, corn, and sunflower. These oils are rich in polyunsaturated fats, which are highly unstable when exposed to heat. During frying, sautéing, or roasting, these fats break down and release compounds known as aldehydes. Some of the most concerning aldehydes include acrolein and hydroxynonol. These chemicals are known to damage neurons. Studies in animals have shown that exposure to oxidized fats impairs learning and memory. The brains of animals fed with oxidized oils show signs of inflammation and lower levels of neurotransmitters. One key neurotransmitter, acetylcholine, is crucial for focus and memory recall. When its levels drop, attention and recall suffer. In humans, researchers have observed higher rates of cognitive decline in people who consume large amounts of industrial seed oils. Populations that rely more on cold-pressed olive oil or fish-based omega-3 south tend to perform better on memory tests and show a slower rate of brain shrinkage as they age. Another factor is the imbalance between omega-6 and omega-3 fatty acids. A brain that receives too much omega-6 can lose its ability to absorb and use omega-3 south. Since omega-3 south, especially DHA, are essential for brain health, this imbalance can contribute to mental fatigue, mood swings, and a faster decline in cognitive function. Chronic inflammation is also a major factor in neurodegeneration. When cooking oils produce inflammatory compounds, they activate the brain's immune cells. These cells, called microglia, are supposed to protect neurons. But if they stay activated for too long, they begin attacking healthy brain tissue. This process is now believed to be a key contributor to diseases like Alzheimer's. The effects may not be obvious right away, but over time, the damage adds up. Many seniors experience early signs such as forgetting names, losing focus during conversation, or feeling mentally tired without a clear reason. These symptoms can be worsened by what you eat, especially if your diet includes a high load of oxidized or unstable fats. To protect your brain, the first step is to reduce your use of refined seed oils. Avoid frying when possible. If you need to cook with oil, choose stable options like ghee, avocado oil, or extra virgin olive oil. For salads and dips, use olive oil raw. Never reuse oil from previous meals. And avoid processed snacks that contain partially hydrogenated oils or chemically treated fats. Increase your intake of omega-3 fats from fish, chia, flaxseed, and walnuts. These fats help rebuild healthy brain membranes and reduce inflammation. A Mediterranean-style diet, which emphasizes olive oil, seafood, vegetables, and whole grains, has been shown to protect brain health in multiple studies. Remember, your brain depends on the fats you feed it. Every meal is either nourishing your neurons or quietly degrading them. And the earlier you make changes, the more function you can preserve in the years ahead. In the next section, we will explore how excess oil affects another area seniors often struggle with: metabolism and fat storage. You may be surprised to learn how much oil influences your energy, your waistline, and even your blood sugar. Number 3. How excess cooking oil slows metabolism and increases fat storage after 60. Many older adults find themselves gaining weight or losing energy, even when they believe they are eating modestly. Often, they assume this is due to aging or slowing hormones. But in many cases, the silent factor is something they use every day. That factor is excess cooking oil. Let's begin with something basic. 1 tablespoon of oil contains about 120 calories. Unlike whole foods, oil contains no fiber, no protein, and very little volume. This makes it very easy to consume in large quantities without ever feeling full. A few tablespoons added while roasting vegetables, dressing a salad, or sautéing food can quickly add several hundred calories to a meal. For seniors, these hidden calories can have a big impact. As we age, muscle mass naturally declines. Since muscle is the engine of metabolism, this decline means your body burns fewer calories at rest. If your energy needs are lower, but you continue consuming the same amount of oil as before, your body stores the extra as fat. This fat is often stored in the worst places. Belly fat, also known as visceral fat, surrounds your internal organs. It releases inflammatory hormones, disrupts blood sugar control, and raises the risk of chronic conditions such as heart disease and diabetes. Even worse, some of this fat accumulates inside the liver. This leads to a condition called non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, which can exist for years without symptoms but still damage your health. Some people believe that using healthier oils like olive or avocado oil solves the problem. While these oils are better in terms of stability and inflammation, they still contain the same number of calories. Even high-quality oil can slow your metabolism and increase fat storage if used in excess. Another concern is insulin resistance. High-fat meals, especially those with added oil, reduce the body's ability to respond to insulin. This means your blood sugar stays elevated longer and more of it gets stored as fat. Seniors who already have borderline blood sugar levels are especially at risk. A few extra tablespoons of oil per day could push them from prediabetes into full type 2 diabetes without any noticeable symptoms. There is also a connection between oil and gut health. Diets high in refined oils can negatively affect the diversity of gut bacteria. These bacteria are involved in regulating inflammation, energy balance, and digestion. When the gut is out of balance, your metabolism can slow down even more. You may feel bloated, sluggish, or constantly hungry even after eating a full meal. So, what can be done? First, become aware of how much oil you are actually using. Most people underestimate the amount they pour into the pan. Use measuring spoons or a spray bottle to control portions. Try brushing oil onto food rather than drizzling. Second, change your cooking methods. Steaming, roasting, boiling, or air frying can all reduce the need for oil. Use water, broth, or lemon juice to saute when possible. Many vegetables release their own moisture during cooking and do not need oil at all. Third, eat more fiber-rich foods. Vegetables, beans, whole grains, and fruit help regulate appetite, improve blood sugar, and support gut health. These foods also make meals more satisfying without adding unnecessary calories. Fourth, move your body. Even short walks after meals can help improve insulin sensitivity. Strength training twice a week helps maintain muscle mass, which keeps your metabolism more active and efficient. Lastly, read labels carefully. Many packaged foods marketed to seniors include processed oils as a main ingredient. This includes crackers, protein bars, frozen meals, and even so-called health foods. Ingredients like soybean oil, canola oil, or vegetable shortening often appear near the top of the list. By reducing excess oil and replacing it with nutrient-dense whole foods, you give your body a chance to reset its fat-burning ability. You will likely notice better energy, a flatter stomach, and more stable blood sugar. These small, daily choices create long-term results that protect your health well into your 70s and beyond. Now that we've explored how excess oil affects the heart, the brain, and metabolism, let's bring everything together with a final conclusion. In this last section, we'll talk about what you can do starting today to reduce the risk and improve your health with simple changes in your kitchen. If you've watched thus far, you now understand something most people don't. Cooking oils, even the kind labeled as healthy, can quietly work against your body if used in excess. We began with your heart. Too much oil, especially from refined seed sources, promotes inflammation and plaque buildup. This weakens your arteries and increases the risk of high blood pressure, heart attack, or stroke. Next, we talked about your brain. Heated oils create toxic byproducts that harm your neurons. Over time, this contributes to memory loss, brain fog, and even neurodegenerative disease. Then, we looked at your metabolism. Oil slows it down, adds hidden calories, and increases belly fat. It disrupts your insulin response and weakens the gut bacteria that keep your energy stable. The good news is that none of this damage is inevitable. You do not have to eliminate oil completely, but you do need to use it wisely. Choose the right oils in the right amounts and in the right situations. Here is what you can do starting today. Use measuring spoons when you cook. Switch from deep frying to steaming or roasting. Choose cold-pressed oils and avoid processed ones. Look at ingredient lists on packaged food and limit anything that lists oil as a top item. Add more omega-3 south to your meals through fish, flaxseed, and walnuts. Cook with purpose. Taste your food, not just your oil. And remember, your food should support your medication, not fight against it. With just a few simple changes, you can protect your heart, your memory, and your energy. You do not need to rely on extreme diets. You simply need to be aware of what's on your plate and what's in your pan. Thank you for watching. Stay informed, stay curious, and take good care of yourself one meal at a time.